There was actually one time. So I think I've had like 3 different sales jobs, and there was one. I made a sale in one. I was going door to door selling solar panels.
Oh my God.
And you gotta like go like, hey, you want to put this big fucking ugly thing on your roof?
Yeah.
And I was doing it on Long Island, and they're just like, I don't want to fucking do this. Dude, I made one sale, and it was to this drunk guy with like no pants on. And so he's like, he answered the door. He's like, huh? And I'm like, do you want to do the roof panel? He's like, yeah, come in.
He took advantage of him. He was probably intoxicated.
So I go in there. He has a couch, a TV, and a table, and that's it. All the blinds are drawn. It's dark, and it's muggy, and it's hot, and he has no pants on.
Okay, he's divorced.
That's it. Fucking exactly what I said, dude. And I was like, dude, this guy probably just like finalized a divorce. And then so he's like, I'm showing him the paperwork because there was a whole pitch we had to do, and he's like not really paying attention. And I was like, just sign here and here. And he signs here and here, and then I leave. And I felt like a schmuck, like I felt like an asshole.
Yeah.
And then I get back, and I'm like, yeah, I made my first sale, and like the fucking place was like, Travis just did it. He did it. And I was like,
ding, 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 ding. Or they had a gong or something.
And they just throwing their hands up, and I was like, yo, dude, but like I don't think he's doing well. I think he's doing bad. And then they were just like, no, well, you listen, I'm sure he's doing a lot better than you think. I'm like, no.
I was in his home, guys.
I didn't have pants on. And he was doing bad. And then they were like, okay. I'm like, well, look, so we would sign him up for like a 6-month thing. And I was like, all right, well, at the end of the 6 months, like, you know, he'll be free from this. And they're like, no. At the end of the 6 months, you go back there and you make him sign up for a year.
Double down.
And I was like, yo, I mean, again, he's not doing better. Like,
not doing well.
The one guy was like, quote unquote, was like, I don't care what you have to do. You go there and you stick your fucking foot in the door and you get in there. And I was like, brother, I don't know if I could do that. And
yeah.
he was like, then I don't think this is the job for you. I was like, you're right. And then I left.
Yeah,
and then I got demoted to bronze status. And then they just like, hey,
yeah,
see you later.
Well, look, the one thing I will give salespeople is they are upfront, like internally, not externally.
Yeah.
But internally, it's like, well, then this isn't the job for you. Like after like just what a little volley of 4 or 5 back and forth. Well, I think you might not be good for this job, even though you just did it.
Like I think though, after I quit the job, I think those guys went back there, and then the guy was like, "Hey, I don't want to do it again." They're like, I guess your wife makes the calls still.
Yeah.
Like they'd probably say some dickhead.
No,
shit like
dude,
that.
they listen. So I really sympathize with you. I was a door-to-door copy machine salesman.
Copier.
At least you're selling the future. I'm selling the fucking past, dude. Yes. I would not, bro. I would go to businesses. Dude, and I would be like, "Hey guys, what?" Like, first of all, it was an old school. Sales is still old school.
A lot
sales
of
is still an old school mentality in terms of like sales. Sales is probably one of the few like corporate jobs that'll always be safe because it's going to be a while till people buy from like a robot or something. They're going to want a person like
Not an hour.
So it's like, or not a big purchase at least. Like you're not going to buy like a car from like a fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, someone's gonna call. Yes, I would. Yeah. I would buy. You can use Carvana. All right. But sales is still old school. Like at that job, I had to always have a clean shaven face.
Yeah,
always had to be clean shaven. Could only wear white or blue, like shirts. Like couldn't wear like any other like shades of blue, like gray, white, like blue pants, like slacks, like khaki, like had to like really look good. And which I respect, but it was just so funny because all of that, I would walk in somewhere with like my folio and like I'd look really official and people would be like, "Hi, how are you? Like, how can I help you?" Because I'd talk to a secretary or I'd go into like an office park and just hit all the buildings and things like that, or go into an office building, hit all the floors. Yeah. And because when I lived in Pennsylvania, so I wasn't in New York, I was in Pennsylvania. Is it driving around?
You think it would be easier in Pennsylvania? I feel like New York has a hard sales market.
Well, I feel like New York is easier because you can definitely hit more. It's like comedy. There's more opportunity, but it's more diluted. Pennsylvania was definitely good because people are not walking into businesses in Pennsylvania like at the rate that, like, in terms of in Pennsylvania, no one's getting in there. Very few people are getting in their car to drive to a business to just like maybe inquire, like they'd call. So like when I would walk in, people would be like, oh, hi, like, how are you? Do you have an appointment? Do you this? Or who are you? Blah, blah, blah. So it was good to get in the door. And then you'd be like, oh, I'm here to sell you a Ricoh copy machine.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, they were like this was in 2019. Like they're like, this wasn't even like 20 years ago. I mean, this was literally like 7 or 8 years ago. Like what in 2020? It was 6 years ago. 7 years. Like it was not like, it was so funny. Like, and they would be like, like, what are you saying? Like, what are you?
Copier?
Yeah, and then I'd be like, so then what we would do is my boss would be like, all right, like tell him it's office supplies.
Oh, okay.
He was like, just say office supplies, you know, which he wasn't wrong because he's like, we also sell paper collating machines like that, like that. And he'd be like, and we sell projectors. And so I was like, okay. So it was so funny because we would go to places. Dude, I went to this one place. The place that you'd want to go when you were selling copy machines was to like law offices, medical offices, printing a lot, or you'd want to go to like architect firms, like engineers, because they would buy specialty printers and they were like super expensive. And then once you do blueprints,
once you lock one of those guys down,
oh, you're in, bro. You lock somebody in with a Ricoh EF 700.
Oh, you know it still.
Stop it, bro. The paper alone is like $800. So I went to this place and they were like I don't know what they were. They were some sort of like manufacturing plant, but they print a lot of invoices and things like that. And they print a lot of manuals and things like that. So they were good like to pitch or to prospect for a hot lead. So I went there and I was talking, like I go in and, you know, the person at the front, you always talk to the person who's not the decision maker. They're nice because they have no stake in the game, right? They don't give a fuck. Yeah. They don't, if the stock price goes down, they don't fucking, nothing happens. So they're always like, sure, like, let me go call the CEO, you know? And the CEO's like, what the fuck? Like, so
I don't want to deal with this shit.
I go into this place and this woman's like, oh yeah. She's like, I think that like the person who like you want to talk to is like in the back, like come with me. So I'm like, okay, we'll go. So we go in the back and it's like a lab, like like with like things like on the, it looked like B&H. You know, you go to B&H and they got like carts on the, like, I'm like, what the fuck?
You probably felt like I am, like, was that one of those jobs where you walked in there and you were like, I'm in over my head?
Yeah. So I'm standing there and then all of a sudden she goes in the back and I just hear her from the room. I just hear a guy go, what the fuck? And I was like, what? So then he comes, like, so I see the woman come out, like, and she looks like pale as a ghost, like pale in the face, like she saw a ghost. And then behind her is this guy, red as fuck, dude, red, like, or peach like that, like Zen. And he is just, peach like that, Zen. And he's like, who the fuck is it? Who is it? And he looks at me, he's like, you. And I was like,
oh my God.
And he walks over to me and he's like, who the fuck are you? And I was like, and I didn't even know what to say. This was my first job out of college.
I'm here to sell you.
Like, I didn't, yes, dude. Like, I had no, I was literally like, you print a lot? And I thought that maybe, and like, and so he's like, who the fuck? He's like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, no one's allowed to be fucking back here.
I hate printers.
Yeah. I hate printers. A printer killed my father. Yeah. Like,
my mother slept with a printer.
Fuck. My mother fucked an EF 700. So he kicks me out. He's like, get the fuck out. So he kicks me out. He kicks me out. I'm in the parking lot. I'm like shaking, dude. Like I'm not a kid, but it's my first like real world like I'd worked full time and stuff. I'd worked since I was 13 years old, but this was my first job. It's like a career job. Like I'm like, maybe I'll be a salesman. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll be honest with you, dude. I didn't start feeling like an adult until I was like 28, 29. Honestly, because any job, like they still like, hey, give it to the kid. Like the kid's on it. Oh, what's he gonna fuck it up? The kid's gonna, like, people talk to you like you are a kid still, even when you're like fucking 27 years old.
Which, by the way, now that we're getting older, they're right. Like I work with like
They are.
When I do my live stream, my producer is like a Gen Z. He's like 24 or 25.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, he didn't know who David Copperfield was.
Really?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Like this conversation.